Do we have it?
Yes. Great. Good morning, good morning, good morning, travel partners. Good morning. Come in, come in, come in. Happy Thursday. Stacy, it will be recorded. And remember, we have a have a YouTube page. It'll be on our YouTube page, so I will share that afterwards. But good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our regular coffee chat. Okay, no audio. Can you hear me, Richard?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
I could hear you. Somebody said there was no audio. Good morning, Laura. Can you hear? Can everybody hear me? Okay, he can hear now. Okay, he's fine now. Okay, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. The usual, let us know where you are listening or watching from this morning. So we'll let a couple people come in. Okay, you had to unmute. Okay, great. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning. Good morning, Janessa. Good morning, Micah. Central Florida. We have Central Florida. We have New York City, St. Louis, Missouri, Illinois, Wichita, Kansas, Indianapolis. Fantastic. Connecticut. So we have agents from all over. Toronto, Canada. Good morning, Toronto. Houston, Texas. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for being on time, and we won't, keep you waiting. But this morning, very excited here for you to meet with Oliver. So our guest today is Richard Earl. Richard Earl has a little bit of, travel has changed so much, and I know you travel advisors are quite busy. So Richard will introduce you to Oliver, and Oliver is an AI who will help you. Oliver was created just for travel professionals. So Oliver will be helping you to create content. I know that's something that some of us have can be very tedious. And so we can use all the help that that's available. We are here to use it. So I would like to introduce Mr. Richard Earls of TRO. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So happy you're here this morning with us.
Well, it's good to be here. We have been conducting a beta test of the Voyager content portal. And one aspect of that is Oliver, and we're going to demonstrate the entire portal, but we'll spend most of our time with Oliver.
Okay. I know some of you have been using that because somebody's in Mexico. Elizabeth is in Mexico. Hi, Lillian. I know some of you have been using Oliver because I've gotten some of you saying I've been using Oliver for a while and it's fantastic. So for those who've been using it, let us know how it's been good. And those who've never used it before, I think this is the perfect opportunity for you to learn about Oliver and to incorporate it in your business.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the most honestly. I've been in travel since 1990. And this is probably the most exciting thing that we have done from a technology point of view. Oliver, if you've used ChatGPT, you have experienced a portion of what Oliver will do and what the content portal is all about. But Oliver has actually been trained. We have taken ChatGPT a step further. And what we do in essence is we have trained Oliver in travel. So we've set up a little, for lack of a better term, we've set up a little bit of a travel school for Oliver. And so you'll find the answers that you get from Oliver to be different from the answers you'll get from ChatGPT by itself. And the more interesting aspect of that is we are now feeding Oliver a diet of travel databases. So, for example, we are feeding him destination guides next week. This week, we are feeding him information on cruise ships and cabins. So the information that you'll get back will be far more sophisticated and hopefully more accurate. Now, the one caveat that I want to indicate, and I stress that a lot in our Facebook group where we're doing the beta, is that there are 2 steps that I want everyone to take whenever they use ChatGPT by itself, or certainly Oliver. And the first step is you fact check. You go through every fact that ChatGPT gives you, and you make sure it's accurate. That's really important because ChatGPT, and Oliver is based on ChatGPT, will sometimes give you incorrect information. Now, the more fact heavy your request is, then the more you have to fact check, because you'll get back stats or numbers or information that you need to verify. And then secondly, you need to edit it. And I always say that Oliver doesn't really write for you. Oliver writes with you. And that's important because you can look at something generated by ChatGPT typically and identify it as artificial intelligence. You can identify it because of some phraseology, because of some repeated phrases that you'll find. You will see it make very amateur type of statements like "in conclusion." No good writer is going to say "in conclusion" at the end of their article, but ChatGPT does. And since Oliver is based on that, you'll sometimes see Oliver do the same thing. So once you grab the output from Oliver, you fact check it, and then you edit it. And you edit it by adding your own personality to it. So the document really becomes your document. And we'll look at some of those ideas. The idea behind the content portal really is to make the entire process of content marketing easier. And just a couple words about content marketing. Content marketing is what keeps you in front of your clients between trips. So any given client, you probably plan 2, 3, if you're lucky, 4 trips a year for. And during that time that you're planning the trip, executing the trip, while they're on the trip, and just after they return, your interaction with the client is fairly intense. During those periods between trips, however, you risk losing the client. The client is like we are. The client's like everybody. They are attracted by shiny objects. And so if they see an ad someplace, if somebody else talks about their travel agent, if the client happens to see some special come across their email, they may just go out and book something without ever thinking of you because they're not engaged with you at that very moment. So what content marketing does is it keeps you in front of the client all the time. And content marketing involves things like blog posts. It involves your social media. Content marketing involves newsletters. Content marketing involves everything that you do to reach out and touch your clients between trips. That's what keeps you top of mind. And so what we did was develop the content portal as an effort to make sure that that process of content creation is easy for you. And so I'm going to go through some of the different types of content that we're providing. And during the beta, there's free content in here. You're welcome to take this content and utilize it. Each of the content that we create are created by professionals. We monitor it. We're very careful with it. We're sure that it is travel professional friendly. And let's look at some of that. For your social media, we produce Canva templates. And these templates we do in both Facebook and Instagram sizes. You can search if you want. So here I'm going to search, for example, Italy. And it's going to pull up 3 Canva templates for Italy. Now, in the actual production version of the content portal, there are going to be hundreds of these. So right now we've limited it to about 40 to 50. templates, but there will be lots and lots of templates in the production version after the beta test. They're already created. We've already made these. We have at our disposal probably 500 to 600 templates like this, if not more. So the Canva templates are there. And the nice thing about Canva is this works even with a free account. You don't have to have a paid Canva account. And you simply click on this and it gives you that particular Canva template. You click use template, it will actually open your Canva account and you can pull it into Canva. You can modify it. You can add a logo to it. You can change the font. You can change the picture if you want. So anything you want to do to modify the Canva template that we've created, you can do. Slideshows. These are various slideshows on travel topics that you can embed on your website. So this is really a website product here. This works with any website. You don't have to have a Voyager website. This works if you're using WordPress. It works if you're using just about any Weebly, Wix, whatever you're using, you can use these templates on. And they are, for example, we'll just look at this one right here. At least I think we'll look at this one right here. There we go. And your viewer can scroll through and learn something about this particular topic. Right now we have 5 in here, but again, when this goes into production, which will probably happen around April 10th, we'll have 15, 20 of these in at any given time. And you'll be able to keep the same one. So once these are in, they stay in. And what that means is everyone will have access to a dozen different topics. And so if you're using the ancient ruin sites, somebody else may be using 10 romantic places. So everyone's not going to have the same content all the time. Same thing up here in templates. And I think that's really important. One of the things that's interesting is I have a lot of travel agency clients, a lot of travel agency friends. And so my Facebook feed, when one of the companies that provides Facebook information for travel agents, when they present something, you see the same feed on everyone's information, on everyone's website, on everyone's Facebook feed or Instagram feed. And I think that's a little bit unfortunate. So what we're going to do is we're going to pack so much content into here that everyone will be using different things. Everyone won't be restricted to the same information. Articles. We literally have hundreds of articles. These are written by professional writers, and you can embed these on your website. Now, once they're embedded on the website, what I would recommend doing is linking the article to your Facebook page. And that will increase the traffic between Facebook and your website. And it will drive up engagement on your website. Lots of different topics here, lots of different engagement on your website. I'm getting a little feedback there from somebody. Different topics here, lots of different. Kelly, can you hear that?
Yeah, it's gone. You can go ahead.
Thank you. So yeah, these are written by professional writers. This is one of my favorite writers right here. She literally has an HBO series coming out soon. So we've got really good writers, really good topics, and worldwide. So you're going to find a lot of good information here. I see a question there. Is Oliver like Jarvis? It's Jarvis Plus. Again, the nice thing about Oliver is that he is trained in travel. He's different than anything else. I don't know of anyone who's done this up to this point. And we have literally trained him in the logistics of the travel industry. You do not have to have a Voyager account to utilize this. Okay, this is separate from Voyager. This is a separate program. And so you don't have to have a Voyager website. You don't have to have any of our other products. You can use this. Videos. We have lots of videos. These videos, let me drag this up here. All of these videos can be downloaded and you can private label it. In other words, you can tag it with what we call a bumper. So at the beginning or the end, you can create a bumper and that will attach itself to the video. You then take the video, you upload it to Facebook, and you've got a great video that will drive people again to your agency and website. We'll look at a couple of the videos here. So these are the kinds of videos. We are very careful to make sure that our videos are multicultural, that they are pro travel agent. Let's just look at this one real quick. I believe that this system will stream a video. So these are really nicely done videos. Some of them are about this length. They're all set to a length that will work on Facebook because there are some restrictions with regard to the length of a video on various platforms. And of course, we have various sizes. We actually are going to begin producing these in a multitude of sizes so that we've got things that work on Instagram. We have things that work on Facebook. The storyline are embeddable web pages. These are made with Adobe Express, and typically they involve activities. They involve an activity that your client may want to engage in. For example, here is family travel, bird watching. We've got destinations like Oxford and London, astronomy vacations, biking vacations, traveling as a solo traveler, romance travel, couples travel. These articles are really nicely done. We can look at one here real quickly. And again, this is easily embedded on your website. Then what I would recommend doing again, just like the other articles, is we would take this, put an excerpt on Facebook, and drives traffic to your website. And then guides. For people who subscribe to us on an annual basis, we can't do this on a month-to-month, but for the annual program, we're going to include the arrival guides. These are wonderful destination guides. There's 630 of them. And once you get to the guide, they're well visually they're very appealing. Your client can actually download a guide if they want. so that the client can have the guide in PDF format. These guides are so good, I literally believe people will come to the site just to research their trip. So again, it's going to help establish you as a resource for your client. If you were taking the materials that we've looked at so far and you were putting them on your website, you're putting them on social media, you're putting them in your newsletters, you're well on your way to a really good content marketing program. But I want to introduce you to our buddy Oliver.
So, Richard, what one of the questions we get in is like how to start the whole process. So, how do you know? So, just give us a little bit of info about that, because some of us know about Oliver Voyager, some of us have no idea.
Okay, well, we have a beta test going on right now, and we're going to invite all of you to join us in the beta test at the end of this. And so we're going to give you access to the beta test. You can come in, you can use Oliver and the content portal as much as you want to use it. And it's free. There's not going to be any cost to it. At the end of the beta test, we will ask people to subscribe. We'll end the beta and we'll ask people to subscribe. And you'll have that option, and I'll tell you all about that at the end of this.
And I posted the Facebook group in there. You could just click on the Facebook link and it will take you straight into the group, and which will let you in. So you'll have that part sorted out.
Right. And the thing that I'll say about this, do remember it's beta. Do remember you're going to find things that aren't working perfectly yet. So that's what the beta test is all about. It's to drive all the little bugs out of their shelters and to squash them. And so we will be eliminating bugs throughout the beta. We feel like we'll have that completed by April 10th. And by the way, before I forget it, I'm going to be at the Travel Agent Forum. Yeah, right, in Vegas. If any of you are there, please do stop by, say hello, and take a look at what we're doing there. We're going to be featuring Oliver. I'll be hosting a panel as well on small ship cruising. I've always found those forums very interesting and entertaining and educational. So if you happen to be at the Vegas show, please do join us. So Oliver is a lot like ChatGPT with one big exception. Oliver has a buddy, and this little buddy whispers in Oliver's ear. As you type in a request of Oliver, he will get information from this little guy right here. And this little guy right here is going to tell Oliver how to orient this towards the travel industry. And that's about to get really strong this week as we introduce the cruise database, and then the following week after we introduce the destination database. And so one of the most important aspects of using any AI, and again, this is built on ChatGPT, is that you have to learn to properly prompt. The better your question, the better the answer. And so we teach in the beta, we are teaching people how to ask the proper questions of artificial intelligence. So you'll learn a lot just being in the system. We've got engineers who are called prompt engineers, and their function is to help us create proper questions for Oliver. How do we ask the question in such a way that we get back the best possible answer? And so we've got workflows here. These are not the only things that Oliver will do, but these are the most common things that we see agents asking Oliver. And so, for example, we can ask Oliver to generate blog topics. And when we do that, here are some prompt tips. So let's take this prompt tip right here, and we're going to paste it into the prompt box, but let's change it up a little bit.
So tell us what you typed for those who can't read it.
Okay, it says suggest 10 possible blog topics about traveling on a Christmas river cruise to see the Christmas markets on the Danube. So we give that to Oliver. Now, Oliver's going to think about this longer than ChatGPT. And the reason is that he's hearing his little prompter in the background tell him other things that you haven't put in. So now he's given us 10 different possible topics. And let's just pick one of them. Let's just do this first one. We'll copy it. And we'll go to write a blog post. Now, here's the prompt that we're suggesting. I'm just going to rewrite that prompt. So I'm typing in top reasons to spend Christmas on a Danube river cruise. And I'm going to tell Oliver to write a blog post. If I can type. So I've got write an 800-word blog post on the top reasons to spend Christmas on a Danube river cruise. Now, I could leave it there, but I want to give additional prompting. If you look at this right here, you can see all the different things we are telling in that prompt. And the reason we do it that way is we want to give Oliver and ChatGPT direction. We want it to be something that we know is going to appeal to a client. And so we're going to give just a few additional instructions to Oliver. I could go with just this, but the answer I would get back would not be as good as what we're going to get. Okay, so we're just giving a little bit of information. I'm not going to do this any more than that, but I would suggest patterning it after what we've done in the prompt. So we're going to send that to Oliver.
So what did you ask Oliver? Did you write an 800 article?
Write an 800-word blog post on the top reasons to spend Christmas on a Danube river cruise. River cruises are always great adventures, but at Christmas, the markets really shine.
Okay.
So we're telling Oliver to write that. And again, I would typically do a little bit larger prompt for Oliver, but we're going to do this for time's sake. So there is the blog post. Now, if you want me to, Kelly, I could actually cut and paste this into the comments. Would that be worthwhile?
Yes, so they could have yeah.
Can people not see this? I'm curious as to whether or not people can read what I'm showing.
Oh, I could see it, but I just want for those who can't see, just so that we know what's being asked and what's being what Oliver is giving us.
Okay, so there's the comment. Now, again, what I would stress to you is this article is not complete. You would want to now take this and fact check it. You would want to make sure that the things that Oliver said are accurate. And Secondly, you would then want to polish it. You don't want to just take this and post it. You want to polish it. You want to add your own personality to it. You want to make this distinctively your voice. You want to add your brand voice to this article. But what we've done, if you'll notice, how long would it have taken you to write this article by yourself? 3 hours, maybe. You just wrote it in a matter of minutes. Now you're going to clean it up. You'll spend another 15 minutes cleaning it up, fact checking it, making sure it's accurate. And you've taken 15 minutes to do what would have taken you 3 hours or better. And plus, a lot of travel professionals don't feel as though they are good writers. And, you know, I can appreciate that. I write for a living. I know the time, the care, everything it takes to do this. And so this is an opportunity to greatly accelerate everything that you're going to do in terms of content creation and in terms of the ability to do a really good content marketing program. Content marketing is one of the things that has always really been missing from the arsenal of tools that travel agents possess. And one reason is it is time consumptive.
Very time consuming. It's like it's needed, but some travel agents, it's like 1 month or a 1 month show as well. So they really don't have the time to also sit down and put the entire marketing campaign together. But that Oliver literally gives them that, you know, and they
Right.
could break it down into blogs, into social media content, slideshows. So Oliver can literally create a content marketing and for travel agents
That,
and give
that's
and provide a calendar, so you know they know when to post and all of that. So yeah.
I don't think I've ever been as excited about any other product that we've created. Check this out. This is so much fun. Oh, shoot. I don't have it. Do I have that here? Hold on. We've got another prompt here that we just put in. Oh, here it is. So write a customer service letter. So a lot of times you've got to write a letter. You got to write a letter to a client saying, gee, you know, I'm really sorry that happened, and we're going to be your advocate, and we're going to try to figure this out with you. Or you have to write Carnival, and you say, Carnival, we had a little problem on the cruise. What would you be your suggestion? So let's look. We're just going to use one here. This was actually one that somebody in the beta did. Let's look at let's look at this silly one right here. I actually booked a client to London, Ontario, rather than London, England. Write a letter of apology to the client and offer to make up the error to her. For real, I used to have a travel agency, and for real, an agent did that.
Can happen, yes.
The agent actually did that. So that, as absurd as that sounded, actually happened. So I'm going to actually just use that that prompt. Hang on, that didn't do. Copy it, paste the prompt in, and give it to Oliver. And so you can see this. I'm writing to apologize for the inconvenience and disappointment caused by the recent booking error on your travel itinerary. Unfortunately, due to a miscommunication and a technical glitch in our system, your booking was made to London, Ontario, Canada, instead of London, England. And then it goes on to apologize and you know, try to make good to the client. Now, again, you wouldn't just take this and send it to the client. You would add your brand voice to it. You would edit it. You would make sure that it was accurate in what it was saying. But again, how long would it take you to compose a letter about that? Or if you need to write Carnival about a missed port of call that was Carnival's fault, not something that was out of their control, something they could have controlled and didn't do. When I say Carnival, it could be any cruise line. Exactly the same process. Oliver will write the letter with you, not for you, but with you. So the system is available to you now. The Facebook group, all you do is go there, ask to be admitted to the Facebook group, and you can use all of this and you can test it out. Sometime in the neighborhood of April 10th, we'll end the beta. You'll have the option for another few days of joining us at that point by subscribing. When we release this to the public, the cost will be somewhere in the neighborhood, we're guessing $25 to $35 a month. We're going to provide it to all beta test users for $20 a month. And so if you do it annually, you also will get the destination guides to put on your website. I think I mentioned that. Excuse me. The destination guides, not only can you use them in Oliver, but you can actually take those and put them on your website. So you'll have a beautiful set of destination guides for your website. So Kelly, that is the 30,000-foot look at the content portal. Are there questions I can answer?
Yeah, we have a couple of questions. I think you answered the pricing. Somebody had asked earlier on if you could put the videos on your website. I'm not sure if okay.
You can.
I think
as long as you're a subscriber, you can use the content. Not a problem.
Let me see. You can use it somehow too. Okay, so they have a couple of. You answered the pricing, subscription discounts for early adopters. I think you just answered that, did you? Yeah. So Nathan said, I have a host agency. Could they subscribe and allow their members access?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that question.
A host agency. So can they have one account and all the agents able to use that one account?
We will work that out with the host agency. If there are any host agency users, please do be in touch with us. Yes, we will work out an amazing program for you if you're a host agency. Now, you won't be using one account. The host agency, everyone will still have individual accounts, but it'll be through your host agency. We have a direct-to-host agency program.
If we embed something on our site, does it go away once the beta ends?
No. The content that's in here right now is for your use as a beta subscriber.
When will this morning's group request be approved? That's for the Facebook group.
As soon as I'm off of this.
Does Oliver save?
Yeah, good point. Not yet, but it will. We've developed that on the back end. We're testing it, but he will save. Right now, he doesn't. And so what I recommend you do is after he creates something, copy it, paste it into Word, and work with it. Because you got to paste it into Word to work with it anyway, right? Or some other program. But we are developing the save capacity, and we're just a couple of days away from that.
Okay, can we subscribe now, or do we need to wait until after the beta test?
I want you to wait till after the beta test because I want you to be happy. And you'll be happiest when you've tried it, you've tested it, and you see what it can do for you. Guys, the value here, I think, is enormous. And look, I've been doing this since 1990. I started out as a travel agent. Actually, it's sadder than that. I started out as an attorney, but became a travel agent, bought a travel agency, and got into technology. And we created a little bit of technology that Travel Weekly bought from me. And Travel Weekly made me a publisher of the Star Hotel Guide, the Weissman Travel Reports. And I was with them for 3 or 4 years. I came up with the idea for TRO. They didn't want to do it, so I hopped off and did TRO. And then we started Voyager, and that's led to this. But that history means that I really do understand the travel industry. I really do understand what it is to be a travel agent. I know the economies of scale. I know how difficult it can be. I know the tools we need. And Oliver, I think, is in many ways that penultimate effort on my part to develop something that will be a really amazing tool for you.
So a couple of more questions. Debbie's asking, can you send us something that we could send to our host agencies?
Yeah, I'll create something that for that. I don't have it yet, but yes, I'll put something in. I definitely do recommend that host agencies get themselves involved, because we'll put together a program that is relatively inexpensive for the host agency, and yet is an amazing value as an addition to what the travel agents who belong to that host agency have available to them.
Okay, so
And if the host agency doesn't want us to do a direct deal, then if the host agency will just recommend us, we'll discount the price to the agents of that host agency. So we definitely want host agency programs.
Priscilla, until April 10th. So the beta test is until April 10th. Carol is asking, updated automatically or not? I don't understand that question.
Yeah, we put new content in every month. Every
Okay.
month there will be new content.
Will Oliver do FB posts and have pictures? I think for those who came in later, we went over the entire content portal. So there is social media posts for Instagram and Facebook. Yes.
Right. Now, Oliver, at this juncture, is built on ChatGPT 3.5. That's all technical stuff, I understand. But what that means is that we are actually in the process, and we've already experimented with it, but it's been a little flaky. We're in the process of upgrading to ChatGPT 4. It won't be long before ChatGPT 4 will handle images. Not sure what that means for us. I'm not sure exactly how we'll integrate that. But what I would do with a blog post or an article that Oliver creates, I would take it out, I would polish it, I would make sure that the language reflected my brand, and then I would add photography. Kelly, how am I doing on time?
Oh, I'm good with time as long as you're good.
All right, good. Let me show you something here real quickly, because I think this will surprise you. Just to give you some sense, Travel Hoppers is a site where we park a lot of information for travel agents. A lot of the articles we publish here on Travel Hoppers. But I want to show you something here real quick.
I'm going to post the group again, the Facebook group. For those who came in later, this is the Facebook group. So just click on it, and Richard will add you in as soon as he's off here. He'll add you in, and then you'll have access to the beta testing. And the testing ends April 10th.
Yes.
So Robert is asking, how will Oliver be incorporated into Voyage website?
If you have a Voyager website, you're going to have even a better program. You're going to have, because you're buying more than one product from us, your price is discounted. If you go to the Voyager Facebook group, which is not the Facebook group for Oliver. If you go to the Voyager website Facebook group, you'll see the pricing there if you already have a Voyager website.
And somebody just asked, Angie, do these video slideshows work with a website done through Travelify?
It should. I don't know Travelify's website that well, but if you can embed outside content in your website, the answer is yes. If whatever you're using will take content from outside of your platform, and you can put it like a photograph or your own content, your own article, then yes, it will.
Okay, so Therese is asking about plagiarism. if we post blogs online?
Yeah, we recommend, and we talk about that a lot in the Facebook group. We recommend that you check for plagiarism. We have never ever seen an issue with Oliver, and we check everything for plagiarism. But we can't check the articles you produce via Oliver. So we do recommend that you check for plagiarism. There are several free plagiarism um, portals out there that you can utilize. I personally use Grammarly, which I like a great deal, and it will do a plagiarism check. And everything that I publish, we definitely check for plagiarism, but we have never seen an issue. But it's a worthwhile exercise, and I recommend you do it. What's on the screen right now is an article that it says travel hippie. I am travel hippie, but the truth of the matter is I wrote this with Oliver. This is the kind of blog that you can have on your site.
Yeah, Grammarly. I think every company should have Grammarly.
It's a must-have.
Yeah.
Seeing people post things with really bad misspellings or bad grammar, it's not professional, and so we want to make sure that you get good material. Now, with that said, we will occasionally make a mistake, but we stay very attuned to our agents. And so if there's anything that you ever see that you think is incorrect or problematic, you let us know. We'll get it corrected. We can actually correct everything from here. Let's say that you take one of our slideshows and put it on your website and you find an error. You don't have to take it down. You just have to tell us. We'll correct it on the back end and your site will autocorrect.
Okay, so Carol has a question. Oftentimes when you link to travel guides, it sends the client to someone else's booking link. So when they click, it will send them where?
No, that's not a problem with this.
I think you spoke about customization.
What about customization?
No. I said, I know we earlier on, we spoke about you being able to customize it to brand it to your agency.
Yeah, not the travel guides. The travel guides are produced by the Arrival Guides, which is a company in Europe. There's 630 of them. Those are static. In other words, you can read them, you can look at them, you can download them, but you can't edit them. Those are for your website. It's just as let's imagine that Travel 42, the North Star product, which I used to be the publisher of, was available for you to put on your website. Well, North Star doesn't allow you to do that. But these guides you can literally put on your website to have a resource on your website for your clients.
Okay, do we have any other questions? I think we answered all the questions that were.
Good.
Let me see.
Now, once you're admitted into the beta, please do read. Let's see, I don't know if I can get to the beta from here because I'm in Chrome.
You could share your screen. You could share your screen as well.
Yeah, but the problem is that I'm not set up on Chrome to use Facebook. Once you're admitted to the beta, at the very top of the beta, you will see instructions for how to get into Oliver. But before you do that, there is a section called Guides, Guides, Guides. And I always spell things because I know I'm inflicting this West Virginia accent on you. So go to the guides, look at that, and those are tutorials. You're going to see 6 or 7 video tutorials that'll teach you exactly how to use the system. And then if you have questions, if you have problems, if there are issues, ask the question in the Facebook group, and we'll jump on there and answer for you. Some of you may know Marissa Bell Marty, who used to work with TPI. Marissa Bell is now an employee of ours, and she will answer those questions. She's managing Voyager. She's helping us run this program. and we will Marissa Bell or myself or Aaron or one of the other folks will jump in and answer that question for you. Please
Okay, so
be polite to everybody. Please be polite to my staff. Be polite to other users. There's this is not a free for all in terms of the way that people conduct themselves. We do want people to be polite and respectful of each other.
for those who just coming in and asking where is this, there's a Facebook group that we posted. So once you get into the Facebook group, or you request to get into the Facebook group, which it will let you in, and then you'll have access to the beta testing. And the beta testing ends April 10th, and then you'll have an opportunity to subscribe. And for those who are already there, will get a discount for Oliver.
Exactly. Can I answer any more questions?
Let me see. Where is it located? The Facebook group. Just request entry, and which will let you in. I'll let her say she doesn't see it. Okay, I'll post it again. I'm testing already as I'm with OA, and I like it a lot. Should I wait and get my subscription? Yes.
Yes, please. And how many people are actually in the program with us right now? Do we have any people here that are already in the beta?
So Carol, yes, the Facebook group you use once you're in the Facebook group, you will get access to it when it's ready. No, I'm posting the link right here. I'm going to post the link again right here. Let me see. So this is the Facebook group. I'm just posting it again. Just click on it. It'll get you in, request, and then you will have access. And you could ask Richard all of your questions. Somebody asked for an email. Yes, the Facebook group is what you'll be using to sign up. Are the prompts specific to travel? Are you using OpenAI?
We are using OpenAI. The prompts are specific to travel. We have trained Oliver in the background on travel. So Oliver is getting, he's going to travel school with us. The other thing, I see a question about outside agents. We work intensively with outside agents. That's one of the host agencies that we do support. However, Chad and those guys are developing their own ChatGPT product, and I don't know that they will be using Oliver. So they are not subscribing. They use a lot of our articles. They use a lot of our other materials, but they are not subscribing to Oliver. So this is separate from anything we're now doing with outside agents.
Okay, this is the Facebook. This is the link to the Facebook page. Just click on this. It will get you into the page, and Oliver, Richard will approve you. And so why can't they see the link? I'm posting it. It's right there. What about Nexian? So Nexian is a host agency. So what do you mean? What about Nexian?
Tell them, get me in touch with me.
Yeah.
We would love to have them, but yeah, please tell them to be in touch with us.
Okay, and this is gonna stay in the chat, in the task Facebook page. I am going to also post the link for Oliver on task page, so you could just get into it through there as well. Okay, she got it from Tiara. Okay. I'm on the phone and can't click it. For those who come in later, you could watch it on the replay, and all of your questions will be answered.
And if you can't click the link, just cut and paste it into your browser.
Yeah, just cut and paste in your browser, and it should take you right there. I will. Yes, I will do so. So if we have no more questions, we won't keep Richard any longer. Again, if you are in the Richard's page, Facebook page, you have until April 10th to be part of the discounted subscription.
Yeah, the other thing I'd mention too, the site right now, the Oliver is not mobile friendly. So don't try to do this on your telephone. Use a laptop, use an iPad, I'm not even sure it works on an iPad, but use a laptop, a computer. Don't try to do this on your phone. It won't work for you.
Okay, the link is actually scrolling. This is the link right there on, if you're watching the screen, this is the link right there as well. So it's the link to the Facebook page. So this is the link that you see in the Facebook that you seen right there is to the group. The link is not working. I'm not sure why.
Well, when you say it's not working, do you mean you can't click on it, or do you mean if you cut and paste it, it doesn't work?
The registration link is an image and difficult to read.
Well, we post that. You'll find that plenty of places in our Facebook group.
Mm-hmm. Will there be an app, Richard?
Not at this time. There's way too much content here for this to be placed on an app.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Kim. Okay, so we've had you for an hour. So this is
that's all right. Listen, this is fun, guys. I really enjoy it. I enjoy working with all of our agency clients. I'm excited by this. I think you will be too.
Yes.
I'll see you in the test group, guys. I'll see you in the beta test group.
And I have been posting the link in the chat for those who say they have not seen it, and just copy into your it's like, why aren't they seeing it? So just copy the link in your browser. The link is right there in the chat. Can they not see it? I'm not sure.
I have no idea, but here's what I would do. Post it in your Facebook group.
I'll post it in the Facebook group as well, and on this, so they will have access to it. Okay, now everybody sees it.
All right, perfect.
Now they see it. But again, if you're watching on the replay, I can see them. Fantastic. Okay, now they can all see it. It just popped up. So again, we were talking to Richard about Oliver ChatGPT, and again, get into the Facebook group so you could do the beta test. April 10th will be the last day. So get access to it now so you can also get the discounted subscription when you get into the Facebook group.
Yeah, and if you join the Facebook group, work with us. Let us hear your reaction. It doesn't help us in beta if people just do it for themselves and don't comment on it. Don't let us know how it's going. And you're going to see plenty of responses of people who say, hey, we had a problem here. This is not working the way it should. That's what a beta is all about. So do comment, do let us know. And again, do so in a way that is helpful. Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're good. So they were clicking on the wrong link. So this video again will be in the tasks group. It's going to live there forever, and you can always go back and watch it. But if you have not looked at Oliver, please go ahead and sign up now. Get into the Facebook page so at least you have access to the discounted subscriptions and everything else.
Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate this opportunity. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, Richard. And if you have any questions, you could post it in the chat, or also you could send me an email. Thank you all. Have a wonderful afternoon and enjoy the weekend. Bye.
Thanks a bunch, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Richard. Bye. Is there a code? No. Once you're in the Facebook group, you're okay.
Yep.
That's your code in the Facebook group. Carol. So once you in the Facebook group, that will be the code for the discount because he will know who's there. Okay, Rachel. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, bye.
All right, bye-bye.